CBS News projects a winner in the state of Tennessee, Marsha Blackburn. Part of the Year of the Woman, and this a Republican woman heading to the United States Senate. She has been a congresswoman there and beat Phil Bredesen, who had been a former governor of that state. And Marsha Blackburn running as a conservative, a Trump conservative in a state that elected Al Gore, Howard Baker, Bob Corker. And has Lamar Alexander as the other senator who is not of the Trump mold in the Republican Party. This is a big deal because think of who's being replaced. Bob Corker, who we worked with the Obama administration, who was critical of the president. Now the president has a strong ally in Marsha Blackburn. She said during the campaign, I'm going to fight with President Donald Trump every step of the way to build that wall.
She was one of his first surrogates when he was running for president.
Right.
Always been a society.
Remember, this was the Taylor Swift state.
Yeah, so much for a swift lift in that particular state. Earlier today, I think her opponent was counting on it and was really applauding Taylor Swift for coming out and said that the numbers were showing young people were turning out for him. That, of course, is not the case. So it makes Marsha Blackburn the first female senator in the state of Tennessee.
That is a great point to make. And our David Begnaud is in Franklin, Tennessee at Marsha Blackburn headquarters. David?
Nora, she told me this afternoon at an ice cream social, she said, I really want to be the first woman that my state sends to the U.S. Senate. She is really proud of that. The room just found out that she is the projected winner, and they went nuts, as you can imagine. Listen, Phil Bredesen is a well-known, well-liked man in this state. He served 2 terms as governor, and in his second term, he won every county in the state. In fact, a lot of people thought this race was going to be close, and I asked I asked the Congresswoman today, I said, why is this race so close? And she said, well, look, she said, a lot of people know the governor. You know, his name is well known. He ran twice statewide. I've never run statewide. But the president sure helped her. He came here this past weekend, rallied for her, and let me tell you something. Her tone could not have been more different than Mr. Bredesen. When you watched a Bredesen commercial, it was like your grandfather sitting you down and saying, you know, David, times are tough right now. People are not being nice to each other, but I got some good solutions, and I think you can help me. When you watched a Blackburn commercial, it started with the caravan of people coming up from Central America, and the tone was ominous and the color had been distorted, and she said, I'm going to protect the tax cuts, I'm going to repeal Obamacare, and we're going to stop the criminals who are marching toward our border. The two of them are very, very different in tone. Very likable, though, if you meet them. But tonight it's the winner, a lady for the first time being sent from Tennessee to the U.S. Senate.
All right.